At age 15, Mal's mother enrolled him in the Brisbane Police Academy, where he was spotted by Academy instructor and football coach Wayne Bennett.
Some new young trainees had come to the academy and they were about 16 years of age, and they were down on the oval having a game of touch, and one of my fellow instructors came up to me in my office and said, "Look, there's a guy down here on the oval," he said, "he's really good." And I said, "They're only playing touch." He said, "Yeah, but he said he really has got something." So I wandered on down the oval, and it was the first time I seen him, and he did have something. He was just head and shoulders above everybody else.
Nurtured by Bennett, Mal went from a raw recruit to play for Brisbane Souths.
You know, he had tremendous hands, he knew when to pass, he knew when to run, and he had great athletic ability with his strength and his size and his speed, and they were the obvious things. I mean, blind Freddie could have seen how much talent he had, but there was no doubt at all that he was going to be a champion.
Oh, this has got to be it. Meninga, quick hands and they'll do it. No, he dummies, goes himself, out of a couple, still going. Meninga, he'll score. The strength of Malcolm Meninga has won through.
You can nearly hear the checkbooks being pulled out by those Southerners as they watch this guy go.
Bennett knew the young Mal Meninga had something special, but he was determined that the talent wouldn't be ruined.
Now look at this. That is just sheer power.
I kept him away from the media because they all go over the top, and they all put enormous amount of pressure on young players, and whether they realise or not, I don't think it's not their concern. Their concern is to get out and report things and sell papers and you know, get ratings. So my job's to look after them.
Southern Suburbs halfback. Two scrums to West now. Wayne Carr. Sellers in from fullback. He's lost it. Picked up by Meninga. Can he make it? The big fella's sprinting now. Chased by McDonald. He'll have to dive, but he won't catch him. Now a try. Oh, what a try. 3-0. A lot faster than what you think he is, big Mal Meninga. And a mistake from Western Suburbs, giving South their first try. Watch it once again. Meninga had to run all of 70 yards to score that one. There it is. Dropped by Sellers. Picked up by Meninga, and I thought they'd catch him. Carr just slowed him down slightly, and Peter McDonald, and that's where Western Suburbs are a bit weak, David. If they're weak anywhere, it's on the wings. No speed on the wings at all, and Meninga just stayed that metre away from him. McDonald dived, but the big fella's too strong and right beside the post. A great try. South 3, West 2.
Good try for South. 7-1 the first scorers. Here's Meninga with a fairly simple kick. It's just a matter of accuracy. He's got it. Johnston. He's looking for Meninga. He's got it to him. The big fella bumps Benson out of the way. Didn't he hit Benson then? And another player's down too.
Concussed for quite a while, and it came about from this charge from Meninga. The inside pass here, a nice neat one, and Meninga crashes his hip, runs wide. There's Meninga taking the ball now, and then he takes on Abbott coming in low there. There's the arm to knock him away, and then crashes into Beats, and see you later, Big Artie. Because Malcolm Meninga's here, and that's the sort of inspiring stuff they're going to need from Meninga.
A minute left. They're running it. Phelan. Meninga. Reardon will score, I think. He's in. That could be the one that wins it. Mick Reardon's gone berserk. So too is the crowd. And that puts Souths in front.
I think because Redcliffe haven't done one thing in the second half, apart from put that ball in there. They haven't been able to get out of their own half. And there goes Mickey Redcliffe. Good.
There's Meninga's kick. That could be the icing on the cake. The crowd's gone berserk. The players are running around with their hands high above their heads. And Souths take the premiership back to Davies Park for the third time lucky for Bob McCarthy's Magpies. And they win the 1981 premiership and the Winfield Cup, defeating
Munna. Over to Lindner. The big fella starting to stride out. Now he sends it back inside to Belcher. Belcher away to Meninga. Meninga over the top to Munna. Play on. And away back to Meninga. Meninga hustling for the corner, and he's in. The big fella using his power is over for the try. That's to Meninga, you know.
I tell you what, that was...
Now back to Meninga and Crunch Shilosky. Crunch Scott Lewis. Down he goes in the corner. He touched by the opposition, so they have another 6 tackles. They won't need them because Meninga's in. Now Meninga over for the second try of the match for Southern Suburbs. And their lead is away from dummy half this time for Hudson. Over the top. Cabell, you intercepted by Meninga and shut the gates. It's all over. Big Mal is definitely not stretching out. He's taking plenty of time to get there. I'd like to have another look at that one. Just breeze straight into it.
And there's Big Mal. He's He's really disappointed.
A long time, but what a start.
In 1982, the State of Origin became a three-match series for the first time. It was also the Maroons' first taste of losing when New South Wales took the first match. But Meninga's scintillating performance put him in contention for an Australian jumper.
Here's Meninga on the fly again. He's got rebound on the outside. Crosses him off. It's a try, must be. Brennan.
I guess my major thought then was playing well for South during the year, and then hopefully playing that well that the selectors couldn't leave me out of the Australian team to tour Great Britain and France at the end of the year.
That would be Mel's first tour, and he played his first match against Australia's traditional foes in the first test of '82.
Oh, what power, what size, as he handed off number 4, Lesdale, and Mel Meninga, the huge burly Queensland centre, puts Australia in the lead by 5 points to 2. Oh, good long ball, and he's in. Mel Meninga. 14 minutes gone in this second half. That long ball from Wally Lewis out to Mel Meninga.
I think he knew that I was intending to throw a long pass, and I knew that he expected it.
You know, you don't try to shout out, Wally, pass me the ball, because there's a big gap out here, because they might start running across and try to cover it up. So really it was just a matter of, just like I said, eye contact, and the reader of the game he is, he read it very well and threw the ball to me.
Many people didn't expect this man to be even included in the test team, but here he is, the sensation of the tour. It's a high ball, oh, and it's a beautiful kick.
Cross to French, out wide to Meninga. Meninga sends that pass to John Elias, the second rower standing there, back a bit risky, that pass picked up by Meninga. Meninga, oh, look at that, players bouncing from players off there.
I think Mel's fair dinkum today.
Hooker's pass across to the 5'8" French. There's Meninga, and starts to get going. Meninga, look at Meninga tripping, getting over that area. Sends his pass, goes astray, picked up by Wallace, and Wallace has it for South still. And Souths have sunk the Seagulls. The Magpies Souths have really shot down the Seagulls.
Yep, and look at the elation. There it is, I think. Souths really wanted to win that one. They tried so hard over so many years, haven't been able to do it. They wanted it more than win a man today. They played
from Queensland. Now they're in the 22 with Lewis. Lewis flicks one back out for Belcher. He flicks it back to Lewis again. He's handled twice. Lewis winds up. They rev him up. He's got it away. Lewis handled twice. Ball's got the basketball pass up. They're doing the high five. They're doing the boogie. And they've gone in again.
22-0, and it's gone.
Queensland would hand the Blues their biggest hiding in 49 years, running in 7 tries.
Meninga scores. There was just that little bit of doubt about that final pass from Bob Linder. The crowd hesitated with their applause. The referee a little stammer before he gave the award.
He was back, bigger and better than ever.
There's a big run from Mel Meninga. He's palmed it off. Meninga flicks one back inside. It's taken by Belcher. Belcher unloads. Over it goes, the top again, and they still pick it up. This is Hancock trying to get to the corner. Oh, wait for that one. Try. Oh, they've caught it again.
I remember a lot of things about the game afterwards and doing the lap of honour, but one thing that really stands out is the photos the next day of Mel crying. He's certainly an emotional guy when the time calls for it. The guys still haven't let him forget that either, and some of the boys put on the Mel Meninga crying face at training for him every now and again.
Mel Meninga, tears from the big man. It's a wrap, only 17 metres.
If the Australians didn't want to go 2 down and lose the series, something desperate had to happen.
Here it comes now to Linder. We're well into injury time. 40 seconds, in fact, as it comes away to Stewart again. Stewart throws the dummy. Now Ricky Stewart's on his own. He's up to the halfway. He's waiting for Eddie Housen. He's got support. Eddie Housen with him. He goes to Meninga.
And the job Mel Meninga did, as we'll see it on the replay, Mel did a little bit of work. He did a little bit of roller skating here. He did a bit of shoulder work, making sure that no one was going to bump him out the way.
And look at Stewart on the Just James replay. It was almost Melbourne.
All I can think about is trying to keep with him. You know, it's probably the fastest I've run in about 10 years. I've never run that fast ever since. But I managed to keep with him and bumped, which you're allowed to do legally, I must admit. You know, with a side swipe with the centre beside me and got the ball and dashed him. You know, the extra 20 metres to the try line and scored the try. And once again, it wasn't pure elation. It was more relief that we scored the try and clinched or made the series 1-1.
Did it in '86. Now he has followed his great friend from Queensland, and Meninga makes that famous walk up to collect the Ashes.
Mel collected the Test trophy and the Ashes on his first tour as captain. I must admit, I had one shocker when Hully got off the ground and didn't even make the goal sticks. But remember when we scored the try, I think I had to kick a goal. Everyone started booing me, and the players looked at me and said, "What are you doing? Can you kick this goal or what?" And as it turned out, I just went back and just kept my eyes closed and hoped for the best. And it just wobbled over. It wasn't the best of kicks either. It was sort of just made the crossbar. Went through the middle though. Went over the black dot. So that was pretty satisfying. But we got the 2 points and you know, got the victory.
Mal Meninga, his 37th Test match. He scored a try, he kicked 4 from 6, and he put in a mighty effort in defence and lifted Australia when it needed lifting.
Ashes trophy to the captain of Australia, Mal Meninga.